Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanitha Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about the May month. How is the transit position of the transits of the month of May, which is very important again because we are heading to a lunar eclipse also. And there are many other transit positions which are going to matter to us all a lot. It's a very, in fact, a very important month and a very crucial month also, because we are heading to the second eclipse of the year, that is the lunar eclipse, and the first eclipse, which is the lunar eclipse for the first time. There are going to be 8 eclipses altogether when there is this Rahu Ketu axis, which is active. And if you're watching me for the first time, for the viewers who are watching me for the first time here, I must tell you that this is a Sidereal Zodiac that I use and not the tropical one. And I do the weeklies, monthlies, and the transit positions that keep changing in between. I do the videos on those as well. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you want this channel to flourish, please do share my videos as well, so that I get a little bit of, increase in the number of subscribers as well. And the knowledge that I impart in the initial summary part also reaches many. So as you all know, that this is the horoscope for the month of May. So what exactly is happening this month to start with is on the 3rd of May, there is Akshaya Tritiya. See, Akshaya Tritiya is a very important festival, I would say, Hindu festival, because sun is exalted and so is moon. And this time Venus is also exalted. Venus either is in Aries or Pisces or in Aquarius during this time. So it is in dignity always. So when 3 planets are in dignity, and Mercury is also going to be in a Taurus sign. So this is a very, important and a very pious day to do things. You can start anything if you wish to on this day. It's a very, it said that, you don't need a Muhurta for the, starting anything new or anything which requires Muhurta in particular. So you can ignore this, the Muhurta when you're picking and choosing Akshaya Tritiya day. It's on the 3rd of May. It is a good day, but I still feel that, when you're picking and choosing the Muhurta, that's the auspicious time, you must see that moon should not be in the 8th house. So that's where, we fall because, we just think that the whole day is good, so we can do anything on this day. But you should not ignore, if moon is in the 8th house, you should not take this up. So there are other factors, of course. Muhurta is not easy. That's why, I have separate reading for Muhurta, because, you have to pick and choose the dates, and you have to be really very meticulous in doing the dates also. Now, sun is going to be out of the sign of Aries and is going to be entering the sign of Taurus. Let me share the screen and show you as well what exactly I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, sun is going to be, if at all it's not visible, you can let me know. So this is where, the planetary positions matter, because the planets keep changing signs and they do impact us all. You can hear as per your ascendant or the moon sign, whichever resonates more with you, or the Dasha Lord as well. I always say that. So here what is happening, sun is going to be part of this eclipse, and sun is going to be moving to Taurus sign. And so will be the Venus changing signs and Mars changing sign as well. So there are so many planets which are changing signs this month. And also we have Mercury going retrograde. Okay. Mercury is going to be turning retrograde, and which is again very important. And we have Mars. Let me start with sun. Sun is going to be changing signs on the 15th of May. will be entering Taurus sign and will be combusting this Mercury from the Mercury is going to be combust from May 13th till the June 9th. So this is one separate video I have already made on Mercury's transit through Taurus sign. Please do hear that. And Venus is in exaltation till the 23rd of May, then moves into Aries. And Mars will be here in the Aquarius sign till the 17th and then moves into Pisces and remains there till 26th of June. I'll be making separate videos, so stay tuned. And Mercury is going to be turning retrograde on the 10th of May till the 3rd of June. So whatever you have to do, just be careful while signing the agreements, contracts, starting any kind of education, anything which requires communication, information, technology. So you should be really careful about all those. My laptop also stopped, working today in the morning. So it is actually, as James Brahasa said, that 4 weeks ahead of Mercury turning retrograde, it starts giving its results. So I'm already feeling it, and many others might be feeling something or the other is happening with their mobile phone or maybe with their laptop or with the computer. Mercury is going to be in Taurus sign and is going to be Asta, and Jupiter is going to be in Pisces all through this month, and Saturn is going to be in Aquarius since 29th of April. It's going to be till the 11th of July in Aquarius sign. We'll be looking at the eclipse zone, that is looking at Rahu, Sun. So this is important, and the eclipse is on the Purnima day, that is the full moon day in Scorpio in Vishakha Nakshatra. 7:57 a.m. it starts, and its peak is 9:45 a.m. and it ends at 11:25 a.m. India, New Delhi time. Visibility would be in South America, Africa, southwest of Europe, Arctic and Pacific Ocean, and Antarctica. So these are the places where the eclipses will be visible. So nothing to worry. And Rahu Ketu are going to be in the same axis of Aries and Libra, no change. So this is what is the condition of the horoscope of the month of May. And I'll be taking up the predictions now, sign-wise predictions. So do share your feedback as to what all matched up, because that will actually help me also understand whether things are getting towards accuracy or not. If at all they are not, then I have to add certain other parameters or, just change a few more things in my prediction, or add a little bit more ingredients to give you the best of the predictions. So if at all you want me to add anything in particular during the during this video, because this is a live video, you can definitely write in the comment section. I will add up immediately. And that's why I like the live videos, because you can always give me the feedback right away. So let me start sharing the screen and start with Aries natives first. Okay. So let me start. One sec, I'll just share. One sec. Okay. These are live sessions. Please forgive me if I'm taking too long. Okay. All right. So for Aries natives, this is for the month of May. And you have the eclipse, the lunar eclipse happening. That is the major most, phenomena and the major most transit which is happening. So this event is very important for you all. So be careful about your emotional setback or emotional, don't get carried away in emotions and make wrong decisions. And Mars is going to be in your 11th house, very positive throughout the month till the 17th, especially whatever you have to make any kind of decisions related to your investments, travels, you should be actually doing that. Fulfillment of desires is on cards, and it is going to be giving you success in the overall spheres of life. So this month is definitely till the 17th very positive. There's an eclipse which is happening over your first house, so you have to be careful about the emotional setup, because you will get carried away in emotions or ego, and there can be some ego hassles also with your with the people around you. So be careful about that. Otherwise, it's a Mercury retrograde, which is the third and the sixth lord getting retrograde, means you have to be very careful with the communication with others. Take care of your health also, because it's the sixth house. In case you go in for any kind of litigation, court case, signing of agreements, so you have to be extra cautious during this time. Venus will be leaving the sign of Pisces and will be transiting through the sign of Aries, and that's happening on the 23rd of May. And it's going to be with Rahu in the Rahu Ketu axis. So you might just be too lustful, or you might just have, some event which leads to friendship with your, maybe, you come across somebody during this month after the 23rd, especially. So this is good. And Saturn is also going to be in your 11th house. That is also very positive, and it's conjunct the Lagnesh till the 17th. So this is going to be giving you some new opportunities at the place of work also this month. You're going to be leading as a leader. The team that you are heading to, you are heading, they are going to be very, helpful, and they will be more on the cooperative side. They will be helpful, and they will just maybe take your decision as theirs, and they will be taking a step further on related to your workplace, work culture. Everything is going to be better at the place of work also. There are malefic planets, the Krura Grahas in the see, Rahu Ketu are Papa Grahas, Saturn, Mars are Papa Grahas, and Sun is a Krura Graha. So when they are in the Kendra, in the center of the horoscope, so this brings about change of personality, looks, or maybe you'll be enhancing your skills, reading textbooks which are from the, which you have never read, or maybe you will be taking up some religious places, trips to religious places, because Rahu is looking at your 9th house, 5th house also. Being the ruler of the 5th conjunct Rahu in the Rahu Ketu axis, it's exalted, Sun is exalted. But at the same time, there is a blemish attached to it, because there is an eclipse, and Sun and Moon suffer when there are eclipses. Sun is our willpower, our ego, our reputation, and Moon is our mental setup. So these areas you have to be a little extra careful about. And progeny, children, education, whatever you initiate, be careful, do it before the 10th, because Mercury is going to go retrograde, and no event takes place on the very day of the transit. So just be rest assured that within a span of 1 month or 2 months time, you can experience these events even more. Also, there is a possibility of travels, forming a connection with the overseas people, because 9th and 12th lord is in the 12th house itself. So there is a probability of shifting out from the place where you live, because Jupiter is looking at your 4th house also. So this will give you some good connection with your motherland. Maybe you're traveling to the motherland or going away from the motherland. If you are thinking of motherland, means your hometown, maybe you're moving out of the place where you live, because there are Papa Grahas in the Kendra. So that is something which is there. I'm giving you a few dates, make a note, and just be careful, especially on the 16th, 17th. 16th, 17th, there can be some mental, you can have some block, or there can be something which leads to some kind of irritation, fluctuation of mindset, So 16th, 17th, just be careful. Don't make any decisions, hasty decisions. You might just be not comfortable, during that time. 7th, 8th also, there can be some emotional, you can be having an emotional setup, towards your home, family environment. 24th, 25th, there can be some kind of argument that you can have with your partner. So make sure that you do not get carried away in your relationship, especially. Let me see if somebody is asking something. I'll give you the dates also. And there are, okay. Yeah, so please ask about Aries if you want to first, then I will move on to the sign wise. So let's see. Okay, now for you, on the first is a good day for you in case you have to make any kind of communication, strike a communication or go in for investments, you can do that. Second and the third and the fourth also, this is a good time for contemplating on whatever decisions you have made till now. Fourth, fifth, sixth, fifth, sixth, seventh, these are the dates when you can maybe go in for some health check. You're going to be looking for some property related issues or some litigation, you're going to be resolving, and you're going to be starting something new, something fresh, because you have a lot of enthusiasm and zeal. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Good time to make money and financials. Maybe some stock of funds you will be getting and you'll be investing. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th are the dates when you can be connecting with your siblings, or some inheritances you'll be discussing with your father and your siblings. And it can also lead to communication with your partner, or you will be actually solving all the queries, whatever you are getting from your co-workers, from maybe your children, or maybe from your people that you move around with. But there can be that you feel quite detached, you don't feel like doing things, you don't feel like talking to people during these days, or maybe there is some confusion or misunderstanding. So be careful of whatever you say. From 17th onwards, see, Mars is going to be changing signs and is going to be in the 12th house of yours. So this is going to be a little bit, in the 12th house, it can lead to some travel plans, or maybe there can be some expenditures also on the gadgets. So make sure that you don't get carried away in your, purchases related to property or any kind of, if you have to make decisions, read the papers and all very carefully. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th is a very good time to form a connectivity with your partner. Love affair, some love affair can start, or there can be some problem to the children, or maybe children are having some health issues, so you have to be careful about that as well. Take care of them. In romance, you can have some argument also, or any kind of initiation of romance can also take place. You might come across somebody. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30th. These are the dates when you will be having focus on your fitness regime and diet. You might be meeting your relatives. There can be some argument, heated argument with the people that you move around with. And you can be a little more aggressive. Your approach towards losing weight is now going to be very, very aggressive. 31st is the time you have to be careful in your relationship. You can have a lot of, arguments, or you can have some detaching energies, which you can feel a lot during this time. Also, I will be sharing in my weeklies elaborately what exactly is happening in all the spheres. So make a note of the dates at that time also. But this is what is very important as of now. Okay, so now coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. 1 second. Let me write down. All right, for Taurus natives, this month you are having the eclipse in your 12th house, which is the second eclipse of the year, and the first lunar eclipse. So this is one, and then Mercury is going to go retrograde. Your Lagnesh is going to be exalted, and it's going to be there till the in the Pisces sign till the 23rd of May. Then we'll be transiting through the Rahu Ketu axis in the 12th house. Mars is going to be changing signs on the 17th of May, and it's going to be in the 11th house of yours, and Mercury is going to be in Taurus sign and is going to be Asta, that is combust and retrograde from May 13th till the June 9th. Mercury is going to go retrograde, that's the combust date, and Mercury is going to be in retrogression from the 11th of May till the 3rd of June. So you have to be very careful about your communication and financials, because Mercury is a very important graha for you, because it's a positive and a friendly graha. So you will have some kind of communication gap with your partner, mistakes in your paperwork, and also there can be some complications in your investment. So seek advice, seek help, rather than just going overboard in making decisions related to that. All these investments. Venus is exalted, and it's going to be giving you a lot of positive energies towards friend circle, humanitarian causes, or in case you want to be charitable. And also Venus is, the planet of love, luxury, romance, and beauty. So you're going to be taking some beauty treatments, or you're going to be meeting your love partner in an occasion or in a place where, you are going to be having a lot of mixing with people. So that can be at a meeting or a workplace, or maybe the friends, you move around in the friend circle. It could be anywhere that you're going to be coming across your partner, and you're going to be gelling really well. So the best would be before 23rd of May. If you have any chance to meet somebody, or you want to date somebody, you can be, or you want to propose to somebody, then you can do that as well. Mars is going to be changing signs. Mars is in your Aquarius sign, and after the 17th of May, Mars is going to be in your 12th sign, that is Pisces. It's going to be till the 26th of June. So when Mars is in the Kendra, it is positive, of course, though it is a Papagraha with another Papagraha, but still there's a lot of difference in the degrees. So Mars is ahead of Saturn. So this brings about a lot of energy and zeal at the place of work. Maybe you are going to be having a lot of communication with the influential people, and you're going to be resolving all the queries and resolving all the projects, or solving the issues that you have to. So during this time, you can be doing that. 17th of May. See, we have an eclipse on the 16th of May, and then Mars is on the verge of changing signs. Mars is looking at your first house, Mercury. So Mercury is also the communication, and the eclipse is happening in the Mars's sign. So when there is a transition, so there is a the eclipse is happening on the 16th, and the Lord where the eclipse is happening, that is Aries, that ruler is changing signs. So whenever a planet is in the transition, I've always said that it's like, you're shifting out, you're moving from one place to another. How does it feel? You're unsettled. So this eclipse will not harm you. This eclipse is not going to be that impactful. It is for everyone, because the Lord, the ruler of Aries sign, that is Mars, is not in a powerful position. It's a Papagraha after all. When Papagraha is in a powerful position, definitely it is going to impact us negatively. But here you're going to be having that kind of balancing factor attached to this eclipse. So don't worry, whatever you have to do it. Plus minus 1 month, you will feel the impact, but do not plan travels during this day. Take care of your health. Some relative can fall sick, and you are going to be visiting hospital maybe. And that is also quite likely. Travel plans you have been making from a long time, maybe you are going to be shifting out from the place, because it's the fourth lord after all, sun, which is conjunct this Rahu, and it's in the 12th house. So you are moving out. You are thinking of moving place, moving house, moving business, moving your your place, residence, job, anything related to your fourth house. Maybe you're going to be buying or selling of your vehicle. So all that is quite likely. Ketu is in your sixth house. So it said that, you should feed the dog. You should, that's a Lal Kitab remedy. I openly say that because I don't have to hide. If I'm using Lal Kitab for remedies, it really must be having some content. That is the reason. So people just give the remedies, but they don't share. So you should use Lal Kitab remedy very wisely, because Ketu is in Libra sign. So you have to be very careful in your relationship. You feel quite detached. It's the sign of harmony relationship. And also it is the sixth house after all. So you have to be careful about your health as well. Maybe you're going to be getting detached with the people around you in relationships, like your uncle, your aunt. So this is something which is going to be giving you some kind of complications in health, litigation. So the best is do not get entrapped in that, because Mars is also going to be aspecting your sixth house. There are there are chances that you will get entrapped in the litigation of the court case. Do not get carried away. For student natives, in case you have to go in for some examination, some kind of competition, you should plan it well. You should be very well prepared, because there can be something which is not in your syllabus that can also be there. They can ask you, because Mercury is going to go retrograde. So there is always something attached to your examination that you have to redo things, or you have to, last minute studies is always very essential and important at times, I've seen. So make sure that you're taking everything, in the stride, and you're very well prepared. Your foundation is very strong. So only then go ahead with it, unless if you're having that kind of a competition where you can postpone it. So see to it that if you can, but Mercury is retrograde, so you have to redo things, you have to revise 2-3 times, but that's okay. Rahu Ketu are not changing signs. Saturn is not changing signs. Saturn is going to be in Aquarius till the July 12th. So nothing to worry about these transit positions this month. You just have to be a little extra careful about your communication with the people around you, because Mercury is going to go retrograde. So I'm going to be giving you a few dates. So make a note of the dates. First, second, you might just have some purchase of vehicle, or maybe you will be meeting some or maybe your mother or your parents during this time, if you're staying away from them. Third, fourth, fifth is a good time to get involved with somebody, or you want to get into a relationship, or with your partner, you're going to be having a good chemistry and bonding. So third, fourth, fifth is a good time. Sixth, seventh, these two, sixth, seventh, eighth, these are the dates when you have to be extra cautious in most of the spheres. You don't go in for some cosmetics changes, surgical processes, or maybe, you're thinking of changing your look, your personality change, all that you should not be going in for. Major overhauling is not good for you. In case you have to communicate with people, you have to be really very careful. You can be very serious, but the other person is not perceiving it that way. That can cause some problems. So make sure that you have that harmony maintained. 9th, 10th, 11th, this is the time when 9th, 10th, 11th is the time when you will be having some connection, strong bonding with your partner, or maybe purchase of some vehicle, property, or you have to make decisions related to your movement of the house. So you can do that as well. 12th, 13th, 14th are the dates when you can be having some kind of monetary issues, or you can have some problems in your skin related issues also you can have. So make sure that you take care of your health during this time. Also there is a possibility on the let me tell you, 15th, 16th, 17th, this is the time for travels, for maybe going on a vacation. See, 16th is an eclipse. You should avoid, though there is a strong possibility. Maybe you're traveling also, maybe with your partner, or you're going to be starting some education during this time. That is also quite likely. 18th, 19th, 20th is a good time for initiation of any job, any business, any kind of plans that you have. Fulfillment of desire is also possible, like whatever you want to do, you should be initiating during this time. 21st, 22nd, 23rd are good dates for getting involved in, maybe some sexual relationship or physical relationship, or there can be that you are going to be involved in some business prospects. You're discussing something with your, with your boss, with your seniors, you're discussing, or maybe you're taking advice of your own friends to do things, quite likely on the dates that I've mentioned: 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. This is the time you have to be a little extra careful about your health, about your travels, and relationship also. There can be that your partner is having some health issues, or there is a possibility of applying for some job and you don't get it and you're quite disheartened during this time. You might get that kind of a news on this day. So please be careful about these dates. 27, 28, these are the two dates when you will be having a lot of zeal and enthusiasm to do things, or maybe you'll be going in for some hairdo, or you want to just look good and you dress up and meet your friends and family members, quite possible. And 29th, 30th and 31st, these are the dates when you have to be very careful with your financials. Maybe you are communicating with your family members and they perceive you wrong. There can be some misunderstanding. You feel quite you can go rude and rough in your speech, so be careful. And there can be some health issues that your partner can go through. This is also a loss of this is the time when you can have some losses, so be careful. Do not go in for heavy investments during this day. When you are having to start something new, you should not pick and choose these kind of timings. So 29th, 30th, 31st, you should avoid. Otherwise, it can lead to, in case you're expecting some financials or some money from somebody, that can happen for sure. But at the same time, starting something new might just lead to some complication with your monetary growth. So be careful about that. Also, on the 18th and the 19th, you don't make any major decisions related to your business, related to your relationship. Also, there can be a secret relationship that you can have, or it comes into limelight. So be careful about that. Your ex can also come back on the 18th and the 19th. Rest of the planetary positions are good, and I'll just tell you one more date, that is 27, 28th. See, 27, 28th is also not considered to be that good date because 27, 28th we have, no, we don't. 29th and the 30th we have this new moon. So you can have some, loss of your, you can be very fickle-minded, or, you have to start something new. So you have to end. So you're finishing off the task that you have been assigned. So all that can happen on the 29th, 30th. But yeah, 27, 28th also, there can be some bed pleasures, or they can be that you're planning some travels. All that is on cards, but be careful about your mental setup. There can be some confusion. There can be some anxiety that you can have. Okay, so this is what is the month for you. So make a note of the dates, and please do not forget to tell me in the comment section whether the dates matched up. At least for the April month, you can still tell me, right? So that I can improvise if at all there is something which is not matching up, right? Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Okay. So for Gemini natives, Mercury, your ruler, is going to go retrograde in the 12th house, which is not considered to be bad, because Mercury in the 12th house is giving you a lot of expenditures. You have just purchased many things, related to your maybe electric gadgets, or maybe some, travel plans. You have just made the bookings. So your money is just flowing out because the Lord of the first is in the 12th house. So once it goes retrograde, things will get better, and I've seen, when you have a Mercury retrograde times, you come across many people who are from the past, or you meet people, you finish off the tasks also. I've seen, starting something new is not advisable. And in case you're traveling also, this is, you see this, maybe, with Mercury retrograde, some people I have seen, the ones who have not traveled from a long time, they start traveling. Okay, so that is also quite possible. And just take care of your speech and health documentation in case you have to collect some documents. So make sure that everything is in shape, everything is in, organized, and it's proper. So then only sign the papers. There's a lunar eclipse which is happening over your 11th house, and there's an Akshaya Tritiya first to start with. So Akshaya Tritiya is a very pious day, wherein Moon is going to be with Mercury, in the 12th house, and then you have Sun exalted, Venus is also exalted during that time on the 3rd. So this is a very good time to initiate your talks with people who you have not been able to from a long time. This is going to be good for your enhancement of skills also. This is also going to lead to some new projects in hand. So possibility of good things coming your way on this day, especially on the 3rd. So in case you have to start anything new, do it on the 3rd. Make sure that the your moon is not in the 8th house that day. Your moon in the 8th would be on the 20th and the 21st. So make sure that at that time you do not get fickle-minded or do not make decisions in haste. Just avoid. Also, you have Venus transiting out during this month. 23rd, Venus will be leaving the 10th house, will be transiting the 11th Rahu Ketu axis. Very good for starting new business, striking new projects, striking new what do you call, associates, maybe something that is going to trigger your growth, that is coming your way when Venus is leaving the 10th house. Venus in the 10th house loses the Digbala actually. In the Kendra, but you have two positive grahas, which are the Somya grahas, like Shukra and Brihaspati. So that is something which is very positive, and it's going to be giving you some new approach and some new outlook and new perspective towards your working. So maybe your work life is going to improve. You're going to be making some major decisions related to your travels and your work plan. Your work culture is going to change. Maybe because of your children, you're traveling also, you're leaving your place and you're moving out. Quite likely. Saturn is going to be out of your 8th house. It's already out of the 8th house, and it's going to be in the in the 9th house. This is the May month forecast. So Saturn is going to be in your 9th house. So definitely very positive. 9th Lord in the 9th house. So luck is by your side. Things are improving. Health is improving, because Gemini people have really suffered a lot because of the 8th house transit, Ashtama Shani. So here it's going to be with Mangal for some time, Mars for some time, and then Mars will be moving ahead on the 17th, will be transiting the 10th house. Very good transit, because Mars is your 11th Lord also. And Mars is going to be very strong directionally. Why? Because it's the Digbala, is the directional strength that Mars gets in the 10th house. So you're going to be having a lot of new projects coming your way. Money, financials, income is going to increase. You're going to be making major decisions during this time about your workplace, or maybe you're going to be shifting out from the place you're living, because your Mercury is also your 4th Lord in the 12th. So if at all you have to plan it well. And in your love relationship or with children, children might just be, suddenly start getting inclined towards spirituality, mantra chanting, something, related to your partner. Maybe your partner is going to be turning more spiritual. So maybe some vipassana, or maybe some kind of retreat you're going to be taking, or your partner is going to be taking as well with you. So that kind of possibility is also visible and evident. But in case you have to go in for some changes, major changes as a student, so you should not be making this time, during this time, the decision. Avoid. Now, you have Mercury going combust also, though Mercury retrogression is a powerful phenomena as compared to combustion. But when Mercury is going to be combust, it's going to be impacting your speech, your health also. So make sure during this time, when Mercury is retrograde from the 10th till the 10th of May till the 3rd of June, just make sure that, take care of your health. Skin rashes can erupt, or something related to your, stomach disorder also can happen. Eyesight issue can happen. So take care of all these things. Otherwise, when you're signing any documents, doing any kind of deals, making any kind of major decisions, you have to be really careful. Be more meticulous during this time. And yes, Jupiter, Mars will be getting retrograde later. Jupiter and Saturn will be getting later retrograde. I'll be making the separate video, obviously. Now I'm giving you the dates, 1st till the 6th. 1st till the 6th is the time when you might have some new projects, new investment plans that you're going to be laying, and you're going to be laying, this is the foundational phase. This is the time, 1st till the 6th, you're very busy. Maybe you're doing a lot of work, you're completing all the backlog, and now you're going to be taking up new projects also, quite possible. 7th till the 14th. Now here, Mercury is going to be going retrograde also from the 10th. So this is the time you have to be really, really careful in your investments. If you have to make any kind of investments during this time, maybe your friends will help you. Maybe you will take advice from the experts. This is the time you have to be really, this is a very sensitive and a very crucial time for laying the foundations. Maybe with your friends, the chemistry and the bonding changes. Now is the time when the chemistry, the friendly question that you are having with your friends, it's going to be on a different plane. You're going to be striking that kind of a balance now. A very crucial and a very positive one. From the 15th, from 15th till the 20th, from 15th till the 20th, again, you will be, because Mercury is in retrogression. So 15th till the 20th, again, there are certain jobs that you're going to be completing, and maybe you're traveling, or you're going to be having some kind of discomfort at the place of work. Your communication goes little harsh also. You are just demanding too much of work from people, so people are not going to be paying that kind of help and attention and support to you. So you are getting very agitated. So be careful about that. Calm down. Any kind of misinformation can be misleading. So do not get carried away. Don't hear too much of news. Do not get influenced by what others are saying. So that can also be a conspiracy. So you have to be careful about that as well. 21st till the 27th. 21st till the 27th is the time when you will be having to do some chants, some mantras. You're going to be seeking your, you'll be meeting somebody from the past, a guru or your friends, or maybe your father. You're going to be meeting after a long time. You're not with your father from a long time, and you're going to be meeting quite likely. And also there can be that you're going to be traveling, and there is some, the travels are little cumbersome. So make sure that, you have all the papers intact, your documents are intact. Maybe you're traveling for work, so you miss out on something very important. So recheck, okay, during this time especially. But luck is by your side. Don't worry, luck is by your side. Things will definitely fall in place ultimately. So don't worry about that. Saturn is in the luck house. 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Now these are the dates you have to be a little extra careful about your relationships, money, financials. This can lead to some secret love affair which can come up in the limelight. You have been hiding, or maybe you're going to be actually sharing this to the world. Maybe you're not you've not opened up, you've not shared with people around you that you are having a relationship. Now is the time maybe you're going to be revealing that. So unveil the facts, and it's better, because if you don't, maybe somebody else will. So you have to be really cautious, and you have to play safe. That's what is this about. And Jupiter is well positioned in the Kendra, and it is going to be giving you some major transition in your speech also. You're going to be actually doing something about your language. You might learn something new, some skill enhancement. Whatever you're doing, you will be actually, in that sphere where you are enhancing your skills. Student natives, as I said, have to be a little extra cautious. Only then, this is going to be giving you positive results. Okay. So do write in the comment section whatever matched up. Go back and hear the April month transits. I've given the dates in that also. Whatever matched up, please let me know, so that I also can, prepare myself better. Okay. In case they're not matching, then I have to do something about it as well. Let's move on to Cancer. Let me just write it here. These are live sessions, so that's the reason. No, nothing to do with. Okay, 1 second. Something got stuck. Yeah. So for Cancer natives, you see, you have to hear the weeklies as far as the moon's transit is concerned. It is your ruler after all. So how moon's position is, how it is interacting, and there is an eclipse also happening in the Kendra, the center of your horoscope. So some major changes coming your way this month. You see, whenever there is an event happening, the event will happen, suppose on is happening today, you will start feeling the results a week 10 days earlier, and week 10 days or a month later, you plus minus, so you will feel the results. So eclipse is like, of course, one eclipse happened on the 30th and the 1st, and then the next one is going to be happening on the 16th. So this is going to be a very crucial one, because it's the first and the second eclipse in this zone. So this is like, going to be giving you some emotional setback. Maybe, at the place of work, there will be some confusion. Eclipses are very good for monetary gains, but at the same time, they take away something from you, a piece of you. So you have to be very, very well prepared that you do not get carried away as to what exactly is the environment taking you to. Otherwise, what will happen? This is a full moon time. So you are going to be very emotional about your home, family, because moon is going to be with Ketu, right? So if at all you're changing your place, there is a transition. So definitely you're going to be very anxious about it. If you're thinking of selling off your property, you're anxious about it. So in and around this time, whatever decisions you're going to be making about your change of residence, purchasing of property, purchasing of a vehicle, all that is going to get triggered up when, moon and sun are right opposite in Rahu Ketu axis. Whenever sun and moon are in Rahu Ketu axis, that's the eclipse zone. So here the eclipse is activated, and eclipse is activating these houses, 10th house and your 4th house. So you have to balance things now. At the place of work, sun is exalted and digbala also. It's digbala. It's having the directional strength. Sun is very happy here because it's the noon time. That's why the 10th house is very sun is the most powerful one. 4th house is the moon and Venus, they are digbala because it's a midnight time, right opposite the noon. So when there is midnight, moon is feeling very comfortable there, undoubtedly for you, because it's in the Kendra. So moon is comfortable, but at the same time, Ketu gives anxiety. Ketu detaches you, makes you fickle. So making decisions related to these areas, you have to be careful when there is eclipses time. You have a Mars and Saturn combination in your 8th house. This is the Ashtama Shani, which has started to take care of your health. I always say, because Gemini natives have just come out of it and Cancer natives have just started. So after this will be for Leo natives, because it will be for Leo natives after 2.5 years when Saturn transits through the Pisces sign. So this is for everybody. Everybody goes through this cycle. Don't worry about that. If it gives you peace. But you must understand, if somebody else is suffering, it should not give you peace. It should not make you happy about it. But at the same time, you must think about it that if you're suffering, it's going to be coming to an end as well for you. And good times will definitely start. Learn a lesson during the times when you're having bad times. So when Mars is in the 8th house, Saturn is in the 8th house, you have to take care of your feet region, especially. Very good time for engineers, though, because it's a technical thing, because Mars and Saturn are together, innovative. You're going to be very research oriented. So there are positives attached to each house and negatives as well. So this is 8th house, house of death. So there is something which is going to end and something new which is going to be starting now. This is like laying the foundation, lay the foundation. This is going to give you that kind of clarity now. In case you have to make any major decisions, make them wisely, not in impulse, because Mars is also there, right? So you have to be very careful. Mars is going to be here till the 17th and will be transiting Pisces sign, your 9th house. So you have to plan your travels in case you have to. You can plan at that time. Avoid avoid the eclipses time and the Mercury retrogrades. We say that, I've seen people traveling also in Mercury retrogrades. If you haven't traveled from past few months, so wait for this Mercury retrograde. Definitely you will be traveling. You will be meeting some people who are going to be giving you that kind of gravity. You're going to be getting a lot of knowledge through those people. come across coming across wise people who are sensible and imparting some good knowledge. You will be coming across during this Mercury retrograde, I've seen. So Venus is going to be exalted in the sign of Pisces, and it's going to be transiting out from the 25th. There's Venus-Jupiter conjunction also till the 23rd May, and then Venus-Mars-Jupiter from 17th of May till the 23rd of May. And then Mars-Jupiter will be alone in the sign of Pisces. So this is going to give you that kind of courage and zeal and, enthusiasm, inclination towards acquiring more knowledge, higher learning. Ninth house, of course, religious belief system. You're going to be rigorously following your religion or religious belief systems. So all that can get triggered up in Mars going to be transiting your ninth house zone. A father's health might just get better till the time Venus is there. But when Mars touches this zone and is close in the close vicinity to Jupiter, that is the time you have to take care of your father's health as well. Any planet which is having the degrees closer to the eclipse, closer to the Krura grahas or the Papa grahas, you have to be really careful about. Suppose Saturn is at 0 degrees 7 minutes here right now, if you can see on the screen. So see which planet is at this degree. So that will get impacted more. And if you're running through the dasha also of the same, then it will definitely impact you. Okay. So now you have to take care of your health on the 23rd, 22nd and the 23rd especially. You can have some wrong decision making, and that can lead to losses in financials. Inheritances, maybe you can gain through them, but it can lead to some complications in your relationship as well, and loss of money can also happen. So do not get carried away in your making decisions related to that, but take a second opinion in your medical treatment that you're taking. Also on the let me see, on the 7th and the 8th, there can be that you're very emotional. You can be very fickle-minded on the 7th and the 8th also. So make sure that you don't get carried away as to, how people are looking at you, how people are perceiving you, how kind you are, or maybe how kind are the other people, are they reciprocating in the same way? So all that will go on in your mind during the 7th and the 8th especially. 14th, 15th, you have to be 14th, 15th, 16th. In fact, that's the time when the eclipses are in and around that time. That is the full moon, and it's a lunar eclipse. So that is the time you have to be careful about your decision making as far as your relationship is concerned, as far as your family members are concerned, mother is concerned, mother's health can suffer. So whenever there are eclipses, it actually impacts the parents negatively. Remember, because sun and moon are involved in the eclipses, and sun is the father and moon is the mother. So you have to take care of your mother and father's health during this time. Also on the 18th, 19th, you can be starting something new, some conversation you'll be striking, or maybe you will be actually going in for some fitness and health regime. So that is something which is going to be very positive for you. Also, on the 16th, 17th, maybe, you can have some flu, cough, cold. So take care of that as well. Okay. The rest, I think, are good dates. Avoid any kind of investments on the 31st. Okay. There can be some complication in the investment part. Okay, so just make a note of these dates. Do the Om Namah Shivaya Om chant for 108 times every day. It is definitely going to help you. Donate something in white on the eclipses days. So suppose it's on the 16th, so 15th night, just keep some sugar, rice next to your bedside overnight, and then just in the morning donate it. So that is something which you should be doing any which ways on the new moons and the full moons, for Cancer native especially, and for Leos as well. So because sun and moon are involved in the new moons and the full moon, so you must be doing this remedy, every month, twice. And when this is eclipses time, you should be doing it even more, and you should do it for sure. So now this is the time. You do have time right now, so you can do it on the eclipse day, that is on the 15th night, and then donate it on the 16th. Okay, so it will be really helpful for you. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. Let me just write it here for you. All right, so for Leo natives, this transit is happening of the majorly the eclipse is happening in your ninth house. And you see the ruler of the ninth house, that is Mars, that is on the verge of changing signs. Okay, so it's on the, as it is, transitional phase. It's not that powerful. If you will look at the horoscope individually, you will say, oh, Mars is the Atma Karaka because of the highest degrees. But at the same time, there is a transition. Always remember, there is always a transition. The higher and the lowest degree planets, you have to verify them very, very carefully and cautiously. You must study them. Where is it happening? What planet is going to be conjunct with next house? What is exactly happening in the Bhava Chalit? Is it going behind, or it's going to go in that particular house? It's going to be transiting in D9, D1. So when Mars is at 29 degrees, it's going to be like obviously on the verge of changing, because next day only after the eclipse, it's going to be transiting out of the Aquarius sign and will be transiting your 8th house. So that's the time when you will have some wrong decision making. You can pick and choose your environment, how you want it to be. You only can maneuver it because you have the authority. The sun is in the 9th house and is exalted. For you, it is a very important time to make decisions related to your work, job change, place change, in case you have to go in for some major investments. So you should be actually doing it during this exaltation of sun. And Mars is going to be in your 8th house. Take care of your health, as it is, the papagrahas in the those thanas are generally, they give health issues, but at the same time, they help you combat the health issues as well. So maybe you'll be changing the line of, medical treatment. Venus and Jupiter and Mars are going to be there from the together. They're going to be from the 17th of May till the 23rd of May. So that's the time when you will be having all the secret relationship coming up, and, scandals can happen, because Jupiter is an expansive energy as it is, and Venus is love, luxury, romance, and is going to be conjunct Mars. So there can be some kind of confusion in your relationship also, or maybe there is some partner from the past, can come and form that ripple effect. There can be some kind of uneasiness that you can go through. So make sure that you are going to be chanting or donating during the eclipses time, especially on the 15th night. You can just keep something by your bedside, red lentils, rice, sugar, anything. And then in the morning, just give it away to the ones who need it. Or maybe you can just give it to the priest in the temple or the religious place you want to visit. So you can do it. For Leo natives, this is a very important and a very crucial remedy, you should be doing. And the eclipse is happening where sun exalts. So this is happening after 18 years. Rahu has returned to this position after 18 years. And this is a very, very important eclipse. Mars's condition is a very important one to observe. Verify where your Mars is and sun is. And this eclipse is going to be impacting the ones who are having a weak sun or a weak moon or a weak Mars and weak Venus. So you're going to be having a lot of impact. And also if you're having the dasha of these planets, they're going to be definitely giving you the impact even more, depending on where they are, which house they are seated. So that's how you should see. Actually, this is a very technical thing. But yes, you will be having something, to do with these kind of, these variations would be there. If at all Mars is changing signs a day plus minus, please just correct it, or maybe I will correct it and I will mention it. If at all it is not 17th, it's 16th, I'll correct it, in the description box. I will mention because it is not going to be, at the same day, plus minus one day where I am, or whichever zone you are. So there can be some change. For the US people, it is going to be on the 16th, and for Indians, it's going to be on the 17th. So that is something you should not be concerned so much because there are time zones. I'm very particular about the dates, though. I try to give the dates to maximum accuracy. And we do have Venus coming out of your 8th house. Yes, towards the end of the month, that is on the 23rd till the 17th of June, 23rd of May till the 17th of June, Venus is going to be in Rahu Ketu axis. So Venus, being the ruler of Libra sign, going to be in Aries, not too happy, because Venus and Mars, they are not friends. So this can lead to a lot of uneasiness in relationship. There can be some some kind of approach towards your relationship which is very unconventional. You might be having some different approach to solve the mystery and the problems that you're having in your relationship during this time, though I will be making a separate video of the same. But yes, whenever Venus is in Rahu Ketu axis, it actually tames the energy of Rahu, but at the same time in Mars's sign it becomes very potent and lustful. Rahu is expansive, so you might just become too you can get carried away in your love and relationship, physical relationship, charm, and you're going to be maybe making some different hair color. Maybe you'll be coloring your hair to purple or something which is very, very different, and you will be doing some mantra chantings also. There's a I've seen people follow a very different path of occult. Maybe you will be learning something very different, something new, which is like maybe some tantric activities also one can get entrapped in. So be careful about that, because they have side effects. So it can impact your health. So do the right kind of procedure when you're doing the mantras, when you're doing the rituals. You have to be really very careful where Rahu is transiting the 9th house. Krura grahas and papa grahas in the trines, they especially in the 9th house, this gives some some religious practices which are not the conventional ones. The traditional values, you tend to forget. So stick on to the right kind of path, stick to the right kind of approach, so that you are not losing out on your own self. Okay, and because as I said, you lose that piece, that part of yours whenever there are certain planetary positions. Mercury is going to go retrograde, being your Dhanesh, 2nd and the 11th lord. It's going to go retrograde, so it is going to be leading to some fall. You might just make wrong decisions related to your financials. This is going to be giving you some kind of losses, or maybe you're going to be making some you're now changing your path of investments. Maybe you have been thinking of from a long time. Now you're going to be taking it up, you're going to be moving further on, and this is going to be leading to some new approach towards your financials. You're going to be changing your perspective for sure. And also Mercury is being the ruler of the 2nd and the 11th in the 10th house. So this is going to lead to some inclination towards understanding your work culture in a very different manner. Now is the time you'll be meeting some more people from the past, or you'll be having some meetings which are going to be very, very authentic, and they're going to be giving you major transitions and results. You must make a note of the dates that I'm giving you, and do not make hasty decisions until unless the dates are favorable. So make a note of the dates. On the 2nd and the 3rd, first is good. 2nd and 3rd, you have to be taking care of your speech, and you have to make decisions regarding your financials very wisely. Though these 2 days are very good, so go ahead with it. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th is the time when you can have some complications in your relationship with your siblings. You can be detached, or there can be some ego clashes that you will be having. So make sure that you do not get carried away in making decisions for your people around you on their behalf. So do not get carried away. Also on the this can also lead to father's health. It can lead to father's health issues. So take care of your father's health during these dates. 8th, 9th, 10th. 8th, 9th, 10th would be the time when you will be shifting out, you'll be moving place. Maybe there is something that you are going to be working through related to your, maybe redecorating your house, or maybe meeting people who are going to be helping you. from your family members, some kind of advice that you need, you're going to be talking to them. And it is also going to be leading to some change in your place or some vehicle change also is likely. Education you can initiate also during this time. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, these are the timings to conceive or to give birth to your child, or there can be that you're going to be starting some IVF treatment or any kind of treatment which wherein you are getting inclined towards, or maybe you're already planning for pregnancy or something, so you're going to be going in for that treatment during this time. It's good, it's advisable. Starting of education also is likely, but make sure that the doctor might just give you some different kind of a treatment. So when you are going in for that kind of a thing, you should be taking care of your mental setup. There can be some kind of confusion in those areas. So take advice of two doctors, or maybe take help of the counselor if you're going in for some initiation of education during this time. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. This is the time for getting involved in the fitness. Your focus is on organizing everything and around you. Or maybe, you're going to be meeting your relatives, you're discussing about your financials, you're discussing about your health, fitness regime, how you can do better in your profession and career. So all that you're going to be focusing more on. Or maybe, you're going to be taking help of your co-workers, or you're going to be playing with your pet, or keeping a pet at home. So you're going to be bringing a pet at home also, quite likely. 19th, 20th, 21st. Now, these are the dates when you can have some complications with your partner. You can have some, ego clashes with your partner. Take care of your speech. So this can lead to heated arguments. So lie low. 22nd, 23rd, 24th. These are the dates when you can have some, health issues, or maybe there is something which is triggering the, the relationship. Or maybe there is something which is hidden and which is going to be coming into the limelight, something very which is like a secret, so that can come out. So make sure that you are, if you want the secrets to be kept, so you have to be extra cautious about that, as it is Mercury is going to be going retrograde, so it can lead to that. So make sure that you are taking good care of your health also and your secrets also during these dates. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. These are the timings you have to make sure that you check your itinerary well. If you're traveling, check your papers, documents, organize everything well. There can be some confusion with your father. Maybe you're discussing certain things, you're not able to convey him the right kind of, the right way. And then there is a heated argument. There is some deviation from the path, deviation from the subject or the topic that you have picked up, and you're talking to your father or the people around you, your guru, your teacher. You're meeting some people who are giving you enlightenment, some kind of, they're just, you're going to be getting in touch with those kind of people, dharma, that's a dharma house after all. So you're going to be getting that triggered up. Some education you're going to be starting also, you're learning something, some new language you can pick up. 29th, 30th, and 31st. This is a very beautiful time in case you want to lead others or make a team. So this is a very good time. In case you have to go in for some health checkups, or you have to go in for some starting of something new, you should be doing it during this time. It's going to be helping you enhance those areas. In case there is a difference of opinion with your seniors, your bosses, just get the solution. You will be getting the solution during the last end of the last week of the month, that is especially on the 29th, 30th, and 31st. Okay, so do make a note of these dates and do the danam. That's very important. And keep some rice or sugar or any kind of red lentils, any kind of red things that you want to donate by your bedside on the 15th night and donate it on the 16th morning. This is applicable for all the eclipses. If it is on the 16th, if it is on the 30th, suppose the solar eclipse 30th April. So on the 29th itself, keep something on your by your bedside, something in white, something in something in red, keep it by your bedside in the night, and on the 30th, just donate it. Okay, that will be good. So do it and you will feel better. The anxiety levels definitely come down. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. Write it here. Excuse me. So, okay, so for Virgo natives, this transit is happening of Mercury. First of all, I would discuss, because Mercury is your Lagnesh. Mercury is going to be in your 9th house for a long time, and it is going to go retrograde also. It's retrograding on the 11th, on the 10th, and it's going to be in retrogration till the June 3rd. 10 degrees 41 minutes, it goes retrograde till 1 degree 56 minutes. So now during this, why I'm mentioning the degrees, if at all you have any planet in these degrees, you will feel the impact even more. 9th house, any planet transiting the 9th house is not considered to be bad, because it's a trinal house. So it is in the friendly zone also. You'll be thinking more about your financials, family, because it's in the Taurus sign. So when Mercury is going retrograde, it's actually moving backwards and it's moving towards the 8th house. So take care of your health. Take care of your speech. Some major information is going to get leaked up. So you have to be taking care of that as well. In case you are in that, where you have to conceal or hide the facts, or you have to stay very alert. So during the retrogrades, especially when Mercury is moving backwards, and it's reaching that point where it is at 1 degree 56 minutes. So you have to be extra cautious about these areas even more. Take care of your health. Skin diseases, skin rashes can erupt. So take care. Also, there can be, because Rahu is there, so this can lead to some kind of confusion in your treatment. Okay, Rahu is going to be there for 18 months. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that the whole 18 months period is going to be really bad. See, whenever Rahu, any planet which is moving, check the degrees of that planet, especially Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. Check their degrees, because the degrees are very important. The moment they come to the degree of any of the planet in the chart, same degrees, because it is a 30-minute span, we will be having some planet or the other where Rahu, Ketu will be touching in the future, in the 18 months. So suppose your Venus is at 16 degrees and Rahu reaches 16 degrees next year. So what will happen? That is where, you will start feeling the result of Rahu energy grasping that planet. Okay. Especially plus minus 5 degrees we take, the orb. So you have to be very careful about your health. And maybe, the intensity will vary, because you will not feel that result right now, because it's at 28 degrees. Right. So maybe your planets are at 1 degrees, or maybe, they are very far from this. So you will not feel the results right now. So the whole transit can never be bad, or the whole transit cannot be always good, of Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu especially. So when you have two planets which are on the either sides of the 7th house, take care of your partner's health, take care of your relationship. There can be litigation on cards, because Mars and Saturn are in the 6th house. And it can lead to some fitness regime. You're going to be more sporty. You're going to be more inclined towards doing things for yourself health-wise. You're focused on your health now. In case you're having any kind of health disease, that is going to be tackled now. You can be getting that kind of solution, or you're going to be getting that kind of treatment which can cure you. Mars is here till the 17th of May. So this is going to be giving you that kind of grace, and that kind of till the 17th especially. Then Mars will be moving into the 7th house of yours, will be conjunct Venus, Jupiter from 17th of May till the 23rd of May. So you have to be taking care of your aggression. You have to tame your, see, once you understand that you're getting aggressive, you will definitely be able to tame it also. Until unless you accept, you will not be able to. You can't help yourself either. You can't help anybody else. If you can't help yourself, you can't help anybody else. So you have to understand the person around you, the person who's trying to convey something to you. You have to be more understanding, more compatible, more harmonious. And this is going to be in the Kendra you have, this is also forming that Hamsa Yoga. So when you have exalted Venus, this is also forming a Pancha Mahavarusha Yoga for you. Very, very, very strong horoscope becomes, for the babies who are born during this time, especially. And in the Kendra, when you have Saumya planets, which are the positive grahas, so you get the quality of life becomes better. There is a lot of peace. But you must understand Karko Bhavna Shai. Suppose your significator of a particular zone, like 10th house Saturn, is not considered to be good because it is the Karaka for that house. Now, Venus and Jupiter are considered to be Venus is the Karaka for 7th house. And that's how, you can have some complications in the relationship. Though you will get a lot of clarity now. You have Mars and Saturn in your 6th house, Rahu and the eclipse zone in the 8th house. So there is a lot of energy which is actually entrapping the 7th house energy. In case you want to go in for some relationship, this is not the time. People will say Venus is in the 7th house, Jupiter is in the 7th house. Why we are saying that no relationship? No, it will be not a long lasting relationship. Multiple factors. A, it's in the Pisces sign, no lust. There are two Jupiters in a way, when Venus and Jupiter are conjunct in Pisces, it's like it's after 12 years this combination has happened. This will give you a lot of inclination towards a relationship. Undoubtedly, you want to build that relationship, but at the same time, it actually destroys also simultaneously because it is expansive energy. It's an expansive energy. You will feel like you will be expecting a lot from your relationship. So it is not considered to be, and Venus in Pisces sign, the last sign of the natural zodiac, it is minus lust. So there are two Jupiters there in a way. Venus in Pisces is like Jupiter, minus the lust is Jupiter. Venus minus lust, Jupiter. So two Jupiters means very good time for enhancing your skills, higher learning. Try to understand others. Don't expect from others. This is actually going to be giving you that kind of inclination to do charities, to do for others, understand what people want, and don't just give in to your whims and fancies. This is not the time. Okay, when you have strong Jupiter and strong Venus, remember they are here to not do for yourself. They are here to do for others. They are giving you that authority, that they're giving you that space to do for others. So do it. Okay, you will also get that time when people will be doing for you and you will be doing for yourself as well, but this is not the time. So do for others, understand others, don't break up, because Mars is there in the 6th house. Not a good time to break up with people. And any kind of investments, initiation of any kind of business, very good time, because Jupiter is looking at your 11th house also and your 3rd house as well. So communication, information, travels, also good time for investments, making money out of money. So do that. Ketu in the 2nd house depletes financials, undoubtedly. It detaches you from family, detaches you from funds. But at the same time, we have to see the balancing figures. We have to see the balancing planets. So Jupiter is the balancing one here. Only Jupiter can tame the Ketu energy. So here, Jupiter is looking at the exaltation zone, which is the 11th house, fulfillment of desires. You're going to be very charitable. Whatever you earn, you should at least 1% you should donate. That's what is mentioned. So you should try and doing that. There's eclipse happening in the 8th house. Take care of your health. In case you want to go in for some research, you have to write some research paper, you can do it. Success is yours. And there are planets in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th houses. Okay. So it means that you're going to be people's person. You're going to be doing for others more than your own self and your own family, because the planets are not in the signs which are your personal signs, like 1st house, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. These are your personal relations. But from here, 6th house onwards starts the others. Okay, so you're going to be doing for others. It's like, starting some new relationship also is quite likely. Okay. Now I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note. See, Mercury is going to go retrograde. That of course you have to be very careful. See, you have to be taking, see, if I will take the questions right now, it will be very difficult for me. I will take them up in the end because I'm getting distracted. I know it is a live session, but you can watch it later also. There is nobody pushing you or forcing you to do it. I cannot do the editing. I cannot do the recorded things. So that is why I'm doing the live. This is for my convenience that I'm doing the live session. So it's all up to you whether you want to hear the live session or you want to go ahead and put an end to it. So now for you, I'm giving you the dates. Make a note of the dates. Until unless they are favorable, do not make investments, do not start any education, because Mercury is communication also, any kind of communication. So Mercury is going to be from 1st till the 6th. This is the time to do things now. Initiate anything which is lying pending. Complete the job. Complete everything, whatever you have started. In case you are having any kind of conversation issues, so you will be actually communicating and resolving all the communication with people. You're going to be having that kind of arrangement where you will be getting that clarity also. In case you have to go in for some investments, travel plans, you can do that from 1st to the 6th. 7th, 8th, 7th to the 14th. 7th to the 14th is the time when you can have maybe some health issues. Investments might just be very different than you in the different, maybe you're conventionally doing it from a long time. Now you're going to be changing the path. This is the time when you will be thinking or contemplating on some other stocks, or some other shares you're going to be purchasing, or you're going to be using some other, maybe some fixed deposits you have done and you want to go in for SIPs or mutual or something, some different path you're going to be adopting. So you can do that. It's definitely going to be positive for you. And in education, something in research you're going to be starting. So you can do that during this time. It's going to be giving you positive results. 15th till the 20th. 15th till the 20th is the time when you can have some relationship with your father, which is going to be really appreciated, or maybe you're going to be getting that kind of help from your father-like figures, around you. Also communication with people is going to improve. You're going to be working through that. Some new language you're going to be, maybe you're going to be learning some new language. Also, there is a possibility of going in for some change, or there can be that you are going to be very religious minded during this time. Some mantra chantings, Om Gangan Patay Namo Namaha Om, 108 times, chant it. Retrogression is also of Mercury going to be giving you that mantra chanting. You'll be meeting somebody who is going to be guiding you through during this time. Very positive time, I would say. Also, from the where was I? 15th to the 20th, I have told you, and then comes 21st till the 27th. 21st till the 27th is the time when you can be having some, maybe you will be taking help of or you'll be helping your parental uncle, your aunt, or maybe you'll be meeting your relatives, you'll be conversing with them, you'll be traveling, you'll be taking them out. So all that is possible. Or maybe there is some communication gap, or you're going to be bridging that gap also, quite likely. But you're meeting somebody from the past for sure. Some travel plans also on cards. 28, 29, 30th, 31st. Now this is the time when you have to start your education. This is a good time. And also for romance, this is also going to lead to some clarity in your relationship also. So in case you have to go in for some breakup or something you have been thinking of from a long time, this is not done. This is not going to be very positive in case you're going to be changing that path, So do not just lie low, just think calmly before parting ways. Okay, or initiation also. Any kind of relationship you're going to be proposing that person, so that person might decline. So that can lead to some complications, maybe you're going to be sorting things out in the relationship. So that is quite likely. You're going to be starting some new projects, very positive, towards the end of the month. And Mercury is going to be retrograde, so be careful. Whatever documentation, whatever information, buying some new gadgets, you have to be well prepared and very wisely make decisions. Okay, do not get carried away in haste and make decisions which fall apart. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Okay, so for Libra natives, this transit of Venus, we have to check. Venus is going to be exalted till the 25th, till the 25th of 23rd of May, sorry. So this is going to be very positive time for doing anything related to your fitness, looks. You're going to be doing things which are helping you enhance your self, how you can improvise on yourself. You're very much inclined towards health now. How you can look good, how you can work through yourself. You're working out. You've just started to, keep your diet under control. All that is very, very essential for you because your your Kantaka Shani, that is the fourth house transit of Saturn, is also coming out, from there. So it is definitely very positive for you. You have not paid attention to your health. Some anxiety was there. So this is going to definitely minimize now. Feeling better. You're going to be feeling better. Though Saturn will be coming back again, but it is going to be actually getting powerful now. It is not losing that kind of potency. In the fourth house, it will not give you that kind of results any longer because it is a demoted Saturn. So don't worry about Saturn's retrogression and going back to the previous sign. It is technically going to be in your fifth house. Okay, so fifth house transit will give you a lot of energy towards, you'll be channelizing your energies towards the right direction. You're going to be choosing your friends, whether you want to be in this circle or not, whether you want this person in your life or not. All that you will get that clarity because of this Saturn in the fifth house. Saturn in the fifth house also enhances your skills, enhances your creativity. Undoubtedly, Saturn is going to help you help you do things at the place of work. You're going to be doing, you'll be changing your perspective towards your work, your culture. Children, you might just get very disciplined with your children, or you're going to be forming that kind of connectivity on a serious plane. You're going to be discussing their future. If you are a student also, this is going to be really very positive for you because it is going to be giving you that clarity now as to what you want to do. There can be little slowdown though in related to the fifth house zone, but at the same time, it is going to be enhancing you and maneuvering you to a better person, to getting that clarity which you were lacking. Okay, so it's a good transit. Mars is also going to be here till the 17th of May, and then we'll be transiting your sixth house. So till the time fifth house is getting active, be careful about your speech with your people around you. With your children, do not get very harsh. Do not expect them to be doing things, your way all the time. They can be very receptive to you, but at the same time, you cannot be pushy. Okay, just lie low. Also, you have Mercury going retrograde. Okay, Mercury is a very positive graha for you, being the ruler of your 12th house also and the 9th house also, the Dharma house. So this can lead to some travels, some kind of initiation of some new projects, overseas clientele, fetching money from the overseas, getting all those, areas activated. Till the time Mercury is direct, make the best use of this. Though Mercury in the 8th house is going to get retrograde, so it is moving backwards towards Rahu. It's not going to technically go there in the Aries sign back, but it is moving backwards. So this is going to be giving the results of the 7th house as well. So communication with the people other than you. So you're going to be having a lot of communication now. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to be meeting people in the party, or you're going to be calling for a party. You're going to be arranging for all these things. You're going to be arranging for some research work that you have to finish, some paperwork you have to complete. All that you're going to be doing during this time. But at the same time, Mercury is after all in the 8th house. Take care of your skin, skin rashes. Take care of your communication. Maybe financials might just be very difficult to handle. You can be spending on unnecessarily things. You are not requiring them. So that wisdom that gravity you have to maintain. Okay. Also, Ketu is over your first house, spirituality. That is also very, very essential. You are feeling quite detached from the outside world. Maybe you're not feeling up to talking to people right now. You don't feel like, moving out and mixing with people. Suddenly you feel that you better, sit in your prayer room and, do some mantras or some chants or some kind of hymns or whatever, your religion you follow. You're going to be actually doing all that more. You want to do that. You feel that so lazy that, and suddenly, you must have started to chant also. Some mantras you have, maybe some astrologer has given you and you're started to chant. That is also quite possible. And Jupiter is there in the 6th house. So this is good for your health, good for your relationship also. In case you are having any kind of loans, debts, you will be able to repay them. And if you have given somebody the money, so this is going to be a little delaying kind of a factor, which will not bring you back the money. So make sure that you take care of, don't give now any hand loans, until unless you're very sure of getting them back, or do some paperwork before giving it away. Also, it can lead to some, health getting better also. You're going to be with Jupiter. The Somya Grahas in the Papa places, are good. So this is going to be giving you betterment towards your health also. Now I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note of the dates. And on the first and the second, this is the time for starting some new romance, meeting somebody, proposing to that person, or some investment plans that you have already made. You're going to be fetching good amount of money here. Third, fourth, fifth, this is the time when you can have some complications in your relationship. Some confusion can come up. You can be having some arguments, or there can be some losses due to the travels. You have to be taking care of your health also during these dates. 6th, 7th, 8th. Now, this is the time when you can be having some, drive safely. This is the time you have to take care of your relationship also. There can be an argument which can happen and which can lead to, maybe you, in anger, you're going and driving, and then you get meet with an accident, small accident, minor accident or something. So be careful about that. So this is one event leads to another. So you have to be forewarned for that reason. Take care of your the chants that you're doing. Don't overdo. Okay, if it is 108 times, just make sure that you do not get carried away and do extra. Not good for, especially on the 6th, 7th, 8th. That's what I meant. Otherwise, you can do n number of chants if you wish to, but avoid on these days. There's a reason. 9th, 10th, 11th. 9th, 10th, 11th is the time when you can be thinking about your family, about your financials, some growth on cards. You'll be saving money. This is not the time to be flamboyant and show off others. Avoid, especially on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. 12th, 13th, 14th. Now, 12th, 13th, 14th is the time when you can have, to make decisions, but you're not able to. That courage is not there. You're feeling that, why I'm not able to make this decision, why I'm taking so long, whether I should take up this or whether I should not. Short journeys, should I go in for this or not? Or should I communicate with the people around me or not? Or, there is something which is causing that kind of detachment and confusion. You're not able to make decisions. So when you have this kind of a dilemma, you have some confusion, avoid. Especially 12th, 13th, 14th, I think you should just lie low. Don't make any decisions related to your property, related to your sale purchase of land, vehicle, or any kind of friendship also. If you have to initiate, avoid these dates. 15th, 16th, and 17th, very good time. This is the time when you'll be relaxed. You want to do things which is for your own comfort. You want to look good. You want to do things. You want to redecorate your place. Okay. Want to connect with your own people. Maybe, you'll pick up your, album, or you'll just scroll the old photographs in the mobile phone. That can also happen. So that happens on the 15th, 16th, 17th. Now, 18th, 19th, and 20th, you have to maybe meet your partner, meet your love partner. You're going to be proposing that person. So that is quite likely when, if you have to do it on this date. Maybe you're going to be traveling with your partner, or you're going to be investing. And starting of education is also on cards on the 15th, 16th, 17th, on the 18th, 19th, 20th, sorry. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. This is the time when you can maybe you're going to be focused on your fitness regime, some money that you have to take from somebody will you have already given as a hand loan, you'll be getting it back. Somebody who you never thought of. So this is the time when you can maybe ask for that money and you will get it. So that is also possible. Do not get carried away in your relationship, making decisions in haste. No, I don't want this relationship. I don't want to be. That's it. Don't say that during these dates, especially. It is not going to help you. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Now 24th, 25th, 26th. Now this is the time of starting any new relationship, starting any journey, initiation of romance, any kind of investments. All these are the positive dates. So whatever you wish to start, you can do that on these dates. But there is a but here. There's a clause, because we are heading to eclipses. So this zone is your 7th house zone is actually afflicted. It's because, these are the Papa Grahas. These are the malefic planets. Whatever said and done, malefics in the Kendra, in the center, they do not do well. So this can lead to breakups and confusion in relationship also, being Rahu there. So in case you have to, use the good dates, so this definitely is going to minimize these dates are going to minimize the impact of the 7th house Rahu. So on the 24th, 25th, 26th, in case you have to propose to that person, or you want to discuss certain things and sort things out, some argument took place and you want to sort it out, so that you can do, that closure is visible. But at the same time, there can be some confusion as well. Don't worry. These things happen. Good times, bad times, they do occur. 27th to the 28th. Now, this is the time when you will be having some, major decisions regarding your financials, relationship you'll be making, travel plans you're going to be making, positive. In case you have to, you should be doing it during this time. It is going to be helpful. 27, 28th, very good times for investments also. 29th, 30th, and 31st. These are also positive dates for travels, for education if you have to start, or if you want to look good, you want to go in for some makeover, cosmetic surgeries, or any kind of treatment that you have to take, you can take during the last week of the month. That is positive for you. And also, I would request you to go in for the remedy for eclipses. It is actually good if you do it, because it's happening in your first house. So this is the time you should be like keeping some white things, because Venus is white also, something in silver, white. Keep it by your bedside in the night and just donate it in the next morning on the eclipses time. So suppose eclipse is on the 16th, so 15th night, keep that, and in the morning just donate it. Anything in white, rice, sugar, or anything in red also you can donate. Okay, red lentils, red clothes, whatever it's all up to you. It has to be with the positive and faith that you have to have when you're doing the remedies. Okay, so let's move. Do let me know if the dates matched up. Go back and hear the April month transit. You will get to know whether they matched up or not. That'll help me. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. It's a long video. Scorpio. Don't worry, I'll take up the questions towards the end, because it's quite distracting. So I cannot take the questions right now. So then I can't look at the screen, I'm looking at the questions. So now coming to Scorpio sign. So for Scorpio natives, you have to see the condition of Mars first, because that's your Lagnesh, ascendant lord. So when Mars is in your 4th house, the Kendra, so this is very good for purchasing of property, selling of property, buying an old house. That's quite likely. But at the same time, it's Karko Bhavna Shai. Whenever a planet who's a significator, who's a Karaka for a particular zone, suppose Mars is land, Bhukarak. So Mars is in the fourth house. So this is going to be giving you some kind of complications in your purchasing or selling of land or property assets. Also, there can be that you have some old vehicle with you and you're going to be selling it off, and there's a problem in purchasing another one. Mercury is, as it is, going to go retrograde. So you have to be really careful in making the decisions right now. It can lead to some confusion, some kind of confusion there. In documentation, there can be complications because Saturn is the ruler of your third and is in the fourth house, ruler of fourth as well. So it's said that, when there are Krur Grahas in the Kendra, when there are Papa Grahas in the Kendra, the likelihood is that you have to leave that place. Now, Saturn and Mars are transiting your fourth house. It's not that everybody is going to leave the place where they're living. No, the intensity, that is why everything doesn't match up, because the intensity will be different for every horoscope. Now see where your Mars is it afflicted, is it in the fourth house? So it is double the Mars. So definitely you have to leave the place, or you have to sell the property, or you have to buy the property or vehicle. All that is quite likely. Now, depending on the position of your natal planets, how the transit positions are in the sky as related to your natal planets. Now, Jupiter and Venus are well positioned in the fifth house, but it is also Karko Bhavna Shai, because it is the significant, Jupiter is a significator for children. So it can lead to ego clashes with the children. There can be some complications with the children. The children are not going to be understanding you, or they can be that you are not going to be in that position to start a new relationship, or the relationship issues you're going to be having. Some confusion or the other will be there because Jupiter and Venus are together. But there's a big time saving grace that Jupiter is also looking at your ninth and the first houses. So that is something which is giving you that bonding with that partner, bonding with the people, your ethics, because Venus is going to be conjunct this Jupiter, and Venus in retrogression or Venus in exaltation becomes like Jupiter, minus the lust when Venus is considered to be Jupiter in these zones. So this is going to be very positive, and it's going to be leading to some kind of changes also in your profession, in your career, and also you'll be making right kind of decisions because Jupiter is your second ruler, second lord. So this is going to be enhancing your financials as well. Mercury is going to go retrograde in the seventh house of yours. So this can be, this can lead to some kind of, when Mercury is retrograding, what happens? There is some confusion that you have to sort out. Do not fall prey to the Mercury retrogrades. Please understand, Mercury is the planet of information, communication, education. So whatever you will initiate during this time that might not complete, or that might not be, the subject that you have picked and chosen, or they can be that you are going wrong in your decisions related to your financials, because it's the ruler of your 11th house also. So some, speculative income or any kind of stocks, shares that you have been investing, you might just incur some losses. So change. The best is to assign yourself something different, something new, something which is unique during the Mercury retrogrades, or recheck whether this is suitable or not. Recheck 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Recheck everything, recheck the documents, recheck the papers, recheck what you are investing in. All those things you have to be very careful. When you're uttering some words, be careful about that. Recheck. Okay. I'll be positive, don't worry. You have an eclipse which is happening in your 6th house zone. So this is going to be giving you some kind of health issues. So take care of that. Follow that fitness regime, the diet. And also Mars is going to be changing signs. Venus is also going to be changing signs. This is a month where, you are going to be internalizing, because it's the invisible half where all the planets are. So this is the time to get connected with your family, with your childhood days, with your relationship, enhance, build on all these things on these areas, because all the planets are in the invisible half, remember. And they're trying to convey that connect to your roots, stick on to your roots, do not leave the roots, because you are thinking about what you don't have. And that's the reason for which you are suffering, or for which you are having all the problems in the and complications in the other spheres of life. Okay, so because of these transit positions in the invisible half, so be more receptive to the people around you, pay attention to what they are trying to convey, take their advice, take their help, take the support. Okay, it'll definitely help you. Rahu's in the 6th house, looking at your 10th also, not to forget. It's looking at your 10th, it's looking at your 2nd. So this will this will give you, excuse me, this will give you some kind of you see, this will give you some change of profession also. Can give you in 18 months time, it can give you some change, line of profession, change of job, maybe some you're going to be buying some things which are going to be helpful in your innovation. Maybe you're going to be inventing something different and something new. Take care of your health. As I said, it's said that, whenever Rahu is in the 6th house or is transiting the 6th house, there can be some complications or confusion with the co-workers, with your pets. There can be that pets fall sick often. So take care of them as well. Okay. Now I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note of the dates and make decisions accordingly. First, you have to, on the first, you can have some decisions related to your love relationship. Maybe, you're going to be taking that decision now. You're going to be communicating, or maybe you're going to be proposing to that person you're dating. Creative energies and skills are getting enhanced also. 2nd, 3rd, you are going to be having some no, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, actually, you will be focused on starting something new, some research oriented job, something which enhances your skills also, relationship also, you're building on that. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, these are the dates when you can have some health issues. You have to drive safely. Also, there will be a lot of encouragement that you'll be getting from the people at the place of work. You're going to be starting something new. It is also going to be making you inclined towards sports activities more. Okay. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. These are from 8th till the 12th. Now, these are the dates when you will have the willpower to make decisions. But at the same time, it will give complications in the relationship. You can be very argumentative. Maybe you're moving the other way and the other person is moving the other track. So this is something you have to actually balance out now. You are going to be having a lot of inclination to make money out of money. So these dates will be helpful. 8th to the 12th, they are very helpful dates for making money, forming a good connection with your partner. If you are having any kind of argument, sort it out. So these will help you. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Now, these are the dates when you can have some health issues. There can be some secrets or scandals you can get entrapped in. So be careful about that. Very good time for speculative income. If you want to make income money, or you want to travel also, you can do that. But you have to be very careful, because if you're driving yourself, make sure that everything is intact. Make sure everything is checked well. Okay. 17th till the 20th, 21st. 17th till the 21st is the time when you will be forming a connectivity with your father. You'll be very emotional about your subjects. You're going to be taking up something new, some new work on cards. There are some travel plans also you're making. You're looking at the bigger picture now. You're very philosophical. You're thinking of growth. You're thinking of how you can actually help others. So that is something which is going to be your actually, that nature which is actually coming up. See, Scorpios, generally I have seen, they don't want to share anything much with people. They are not, they're very, that's why they are called the secretive sign, the Scorpio. But at the same time, you must understand the Scorpio is a very detailed oriented and a very in-depth kind of a sign. So it has a watery sign in the trines, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So whatever you will do, you will be having a lot of gravity and you will be having a lot of depth involved in whatever you do. Some subjects you'll be taking up, you'll be studying, you'll be doing things for your enhancing your skills. All that is going to get activated as well. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Now, this is the time for doing things at the place of work, finishing of jobs, starting some new projects, in case you want to go in for some kind of journeys, meeting people, or changing your personality. Don't be too aggressive in your speech. Be aggressive in your work. Show the action is what is required. Do not get carried away what others are doing, what others are saying. Don't compare. That is going to lead to problems. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30th. Now, these are the times, very good times. Influential people you'll be meeting, some politicians maybe you'll be meeting. If you have to go in for some exam, competitive exam, government exam, you can actually be going in for this. These are the positive dates. 26th to the 30th, make a note. You'll be making good money. Some money will be coming in for sure. Friends will be meeting you. They'll be guiding you through, or you will be getting carried away in the argument. Maybe some argument has already happened in the past, which is going to be giving the impression now. So make sure that you do not get carried away in whatever has happened in the past. Just leave it and move on. That is something which you have to change your mindset. Okay. Do let me know if the dates matched up. And moving on to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Okay, 1 second. Sag. All right, for Sagittarius natives, Jupiter is well positioned, Venus is well positioned. What else do you need? When two Saumya grahas, the benefic planets are in the Kendra, in the center point, it's going to handle everything. Whatever negative energies you're feeling, it's forming two Mahapurusha yogas. It's definitely going to be giving you positive energies and strength to combat the negatives. So focus more on the roots, stick to the roots, because all the planets are in the invisible half for you. So this is the time to get connected with your uncles, with your children, with your family members, with your siblings. Form a connectivity, get together. That's what you should be doing in the May month. You are not going to be doing it daily, of course, but at least once or twice you can arrange for that get together you have not been doing from long, or maybe you're going to be you're longing to do that. So when there are planets in the invisible half, you're going to be taking it up as well. You're going to be pushing yourself to complete the tasks now and just have a lie low kind of a attitude. So to turn your surroundings and your own self into that, you want to be relaxed, so you should finish off the task quickly, isn't it? Then you can just rest. So that's what is going to happen in the May month. You're going to be having that relaxation period. You're going to be having that phase where you will be completely to yourself. You're going to be sticking on to your people around you. You'll be meeting them, you'll be discussing things online, or maybe you'll be taking their advice also. Give them the right kind of advice also, if at all they seek you. Okay. Venus is going to be leaving the 4th house and will be in the trine again in the 5th house, though in Rahu Ketu axis, but it is very good for romance. It's good for starting any kind of relationship also. Mars is going to be changing signs and would be coming into the 4th house, and 4th house is from the 17th of May. It's going to be there, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter as well. So good time for purchasing a property, land, vehicle, forming a connection with the people around you. Education, if you have to start, you can do that. You're going to be very aggressively working through those energies, of course. Enhance your skills, enhance your work environment towards better. Some new projects you can bring in, some new money, some delegates can come in and pump in the money in your business. That is also quite likely. Okay, so now I'm going to be sharing with you some dates. So make sure that you look into the dates and From the 28th of April onwards, actually, Jupiter is in Leo Navmansha of yours till the 16th of May. So Leo is your ninth house. After Cancer sign, it has now been transited through your ninth house. So you're feeling that your luck is by your side. Whatever you're doing, it's actually materializing. It's like, you touch that story, whatever you'll touch will turn into gold, right? It'll sparkle. So that is something which is happening in your case. Okay, whatever your hands on, anything, you're going to be having that kind of growth, and you're going to be having that kind of success. So that is something which is happening for you because of the Leo Navmansha getting active. So whatever said and done, utilize this transit. It is going to be favorable, and it's going to be giving you education, travels, meeting people from the past, like in this life only. So you will be meeting many people also. Progeny on cards, in case you have to go in for some childbirth, you can take care on the eclipses times, especially because it's in the trine of yours. So on the 15th night, keep something, rice or sugar or something in whites by your bedside and donate in the morning. Okay, that's a remedy that I'm giving for everyone. So do it. 16th May till the 4th of June, Jupiter is going to be in the Virgo Navmansha. So Virgo Navmansha is getting activated and right opposite Jupiter. So this is going to enhance your skills, enhance your chemistry and bonding with the co-workers and the people around you. Definitely a very positive time. So this whole month, I would say that it is very positive for you, favorable for you. Whatever you will do, you will gain success. Maybe your friends are just pulling themselves away, or they are very busy, they are not able to spend time, so you go and approach. It's one and the same thing, isn't it? So, and these are the dates which are very important. And also you can, maybe I'll just tell you, avoid 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th for proposing the person you're dating. Do not. There can be some communication gap. Investments can backfire, so be careful about that. Also, I'll give you a few dates. Cancer, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. Now from 17th till the 21st. Now these are the dates when you can be very making decisions emotionally. You're not being practical, and for that reason, people will take undue advantage out of you. So make sure, though Jupiter's grace is there undoubtedly, but still you have to act wisely. Do not get carried away from the outside picture. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is job offer. Okay, you've cleared. Okay. Sagittarius. Some Sagittarius has asked about the job offer. Okay, for job offer, see, Mercury is going to go retrograde. Mercury is your 7th and the 10th lord after all. So this will give you, if you have received the offer letter already, the job is yours. But if you receive, I have seen people when they receive a job letter in the Mercury retrograde phase, say plus minus 2 weeks, I take. So in case you get that, kind of a in that zone, then it is like, you have to leave the job, or you have to rejoin, or you're sent to some other place. That also happens to join, maybe, some other branch, or maybe some other city or some other state. So all that also happens. It's not necessarily that you will be not having the job in hand at all. You'll quit the job, or you'll leave the job, or they'll chuck you off. It's not going to happen. But there is some, not only going to happen, but there is something else apart from that. You have to just get into the depth of it, details of it. How is your Mercury in the horoscope? If your Mercury is retrograde also in your chart, so that becomes Mars. So you will have a lot of zeal and energy to do things. You will not bother about what the other people are saying. So this is the time to take up the job, in case you have already taken the, if they have already offered you the job letter. So go ahead with it. And in case you have to wait, if you can from your end, join only after 3rd of June. try to join only after 3rd of June. Though it will be in the retrograde phase, but still it is better, when Mercury goes direct. It's after all the Kendra house ruler also. For you, it is very important because it's the 10th house ruler. Jupiter and Venus are looking at your 10th house till the time they are looking till the 23rd of May. So it could be that you are going to be joining also soon. Okay. So don't worry, you're going to be getting accepted. Do let me know once it's done. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. 1 second. Okay. So for Capricorn native, Saturn is going to be out of your first house. Definitely a very positive time. At least, it's out of your head, the headaches that you were having, a lot of workload, and then you're not getting any kind of success. Everything is falling apart. All that is going to be, you're getting temporary relief with 2 months time when Saturn is leaving the first and going to the second. Though Saturn is coming back in the month of July, it's not getting that kind of space now because it is at the verge of changing degrees. So it is not going to be giving that kind of result. So it's very positive for financials, for getting the jobs, whatever you've done to completion. Also, you're going to be paid off of whatever jobs you are going to be, whatever job you're going to be doing, like you're going to be getting that kind of success also. And see, 2 Soumya Grahas in the 3rd house. I always say Soumya Grahas don't do well in the 3rd house because it requires courage and boldness to make decisions. You're lacking that. You don't have that willpower or that courage to make the decision related to any of the spheres of life, wherever the courage is required. Suppose you have to go, small example, you have to go and propose to that person. You're not able to. Why? Because you don't have that courage. You don't have that willpower, that will. You are fond of that person. You're silently acknowledging that person, but you're not able to gain that courage to propose. So that is because of this Jupiter and Venus combination. You have can you see in the Kendras, you have, the Papagrahas. Sun is there, Rahu is there, Ketu is there. So in the Kendra, when you have Papagrahas, you do make wrong decisions related to your house, related to your work, your workplace. As it is, you're feeling quite detached from your work because Ketu is there. You're going to be going very spiritually inclined. You're not going to be working, or maybe you're not liking the people around you. You feel that why they are not ethical, why they are just leaving the ethics and doing things. People will do things which are going to annoy you at the place of work, and you feel detached. The circumstances will become such. You will not enjoy being with them. Okay. But that's okay. That's part of the game. Ketu will be changing signs. It's not going to be there permanently. And the degrees, of course, are not going to be the same. If you're not feeling so, you might feel so. If you've already started to feel so, that means your planets are in the same degrees also. So it depends. Also, you have a Mercury retrograde this month. So this is going to be the time not to make any decisions, any heavy decisions, I would say, related to your financials, related to your health, fitness, starting any kind of new, anything new, a new venture. Don't be too adventurous. Mercury retrogression in the trine definitely will give you that kind of opportunity. Maybe you're working and you're getting an offer, oh, wow, I'm getting an offer where I'm getting this opportunity to elevate. I'm getting that good rise, in the raise in the pay package also. All these are just to lure you. Remember, these are temporary phases. The moment Mercury goes direct, you will regret. So do not make any decisions which are really, really major decisions. Stick on to the job where you are. Stay there. Stay put. Don't change the job right now. So many planets when are changing signs. So this will definitely give you any kind of transition. But when they are at the verge of changing signs at that degree, so what is happening? That's a transitional phase. No, you're mentally not in that frame of mind to make decisions correctly. So if you will make the decision, that will involve reversals. As it is, Mercury is going to be going retrograde. It's going to be moving towards Rahu. Rahu is at 28 degrees. So you can imagine it's at the verge of changing signs at 1 degree, 56 minutes. So what is happening? You're going to be getting confusion. A lot of confusion related to your work, related to your house, related to your vehicle, whether to buy this one to this one, or this color or that color, or should I move to this place, or should I take up this job? All those things, whether I should invest in this stocks, this share, this SIPs, this mutual, what should I do? All that confusion in the trine whenever the planet is going retrograde, any kind of planet. It's not just Mercury going retrograde. It's not about that. Any planet which is getting retrograde in the trine, that means it's losing its significations of the pious most houses. Trinal houses are the pious most houses, dharma trikona. So what will happen? You will make decisions which is not a conventional one, which is taking you away from the path of the dharma. You're going to be making wrong choices, purva punya. So you will not be able to do the right kind of things. This is the time when you will be meeting people from the past lives also. You will come across when there is a retrograde planet in the trine. So Mercury is going to go retrograde. So you're going to be communicating with the people more who are from your past lives or from the past years. So you will be coming across those kind of people. And you're going to be making a lot of heavy statements during this time. Some speeches, some lectures, teaching, all that is going to be there. You're going to be a very good preacher, maybe, So all those things are going to get triggered up. Venus is going to be changing signs. Mars is going to be changing signs. They're going to be in the invisible half. All the planets are in the invisible half. So you're going to be deep rooted. Whatever you will do, you will be contemplating on them very, very clearly. It is visible. So whatever you are going to be doing, just make sure that you learn from your elders. What would they do if they were in this kind of a situation? Why? Because invisible half is actually getting active. If it was the visible half, then I would have said learn from the people who are outside as in like your co-workers, your neighbors, your not neighbors, but your co-workers, your friends, the people who are not blood related, especially. Okay, so you will be now making decisions related to your home front, your siblings, your neighbors, your family, and your children. So these are going to get triggered up during this time, especially. I'm going to be giving you a few dates. Make a note of these. And also, the major highlight of your this month is that you're going to be having a lot of work to do, but you're not enjoying it. That is the major highlight of this month. And you have to actually build on yourself. You have to enhance your skills. If you're not enjoying that and you can't leave the work you are involved in, then what will you do? So you have to stick to the job and simultaneously build yourself up. Okay, build your skills, work on your skills. The more you learn, remember, your mindset changes. Your mind gets, it actually enlightens you in a way. You are going to be learning things with the passage of time. That's why we say, when you get matured, with the age, you learn so many things and from your mistakes also, right? And then you would suggest others don't make this kind of a mistake. So how you can advise if you have not even tasted that pill? So now is the time when you will be learning many things. This is the time when you should build on yourself and then move further on. Okay. Once you are well equipped, you will definitely get the job on platter. And people around you will also change their perspective. Okay. So Om Ganganapate Namo Namah chant you should be doing 108 times every day, especially when Mercury is retrograde, so that your wisdom doesn't go for a toss. Otherwise, you will not be able to make right kind of decisions and then you will regret. Okay. I think this is this whole month, I would say, is quite focused on your karma, on your work. So focus on that. Don't be lazy. Don't procrastinate. And I'm giving you a few dates for investments in case you have to go in for some investments. So that you can do on the, one second. Pisces is getting active. Avoid 7th to the 14th for investments or job change or place change or workplace change. Don't do that. 7th to the 14th, avoid. 15th to the 21st, 15th to the 20th is a good time to form a connectivity with your neighbors, siblings, short journeys. If at all you have to connect with your co-workers, do it during this time. They are going to be supportive of you. 21st till the 27th, 21st to the 27th is also a good time to go in for some major investments if you have to, but seek help, seek advice from the experts or your family members who are involved in these, who have already got that experience. Okay. And 28th to the 31st is the time when you will be communicative. You'll be expressing yourself. In case you have to go in for some, studies, education, you can do that as well. Going in for some loans, litigation, these are good dates for you. Okay. So moving further on to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. Please do mention if at all something mashed up or not. Let me know. Aquarius. Okay. So for Aquarius natives, you see Mars, Saturn are in your first house, and you have Venus in your second with Jupiter. Sun, Rahu, there's an eclipse which is happening in your third house. Firstly, communicate with care. Do not get carried away in your emotions, your ego. You don't give in, because there will be many chances that you will be getting during this month to the outburst of emotions. You will be getting involved in the with the people who are going to be triggering those a lot. They'll be instigating you, or you will be getting instigated, and you will be falling prey to those emotions even more. So you have to tame those emotions. You have to understand yourself. See, I never say suppress your emotions, never. You should be expressive, you should speak up, but at the same time, be more careful with your words. Once you think about, because Mercury is also going to go retrograde. So when Mercury is going to go retrograde, it's going to be happening from the 10th of May till the 3rd of June. So this can be, whatever you will utter, you cannot eat back those words. You cannot take them back, right? So now when Mercury is going to go turn retrograde, being your 8th lord also, so this will give you that kind of confused state of mind even more. You will be confused in making decisions, how you can interact with people, how you can make decisions regarding your workplace, your creativity, how you can make the best use of all those things are happening, around you. Your mindset is changing, but at the same time, you're going to be actually making wise choices, because Saturn is in your first house. Whenever Saturn is in the first house, suppose Moon is there in your Lagna, that is in your Aquarius sign, this is the peak Sadesati for you. So Sadesati is, what is Sadesati? Moon is the swiftest. Remember, Moon is the swiftest. And when Saturn is over your Moon, it is trying to control or restrict those thought process, because mind is jumping. It's like in a second, it said that, you get so many thoughts that you cannot even handle them. You don't even remember what all thoughts you got. So when Saturn is there, it streamlines everything. You get that clarity. You yourself will feel, because Saturn is going to transit now. It's going to be there. It's going to be back and forth though this year, but finally it will go next year in this sign. So once Saturn is over your first house, your thought process is, first of all, you will be getting a lot of work. You will be very busy, overloaded with work, and you will not get time to think about rubbish. For that reason, Saturn's transit over Moon is very good. Over the first house, it's considered to be the best. It's considered to be the best. Why? Only I think I am saying so because it's the Sadesati, and I'm saying it's the best because on Moon, your mind can be tamed only by Saturn. Saturn is the slowest, Moon is the swiftest. So who can handle the fast moving? Suppose the car is moving very fast. So we have to apply brakes, only then it will slow down. Okay. So those brakes are the Saturn. So now here, Saturn is giving you that opportunity to contemplate on things which you have not been thinking of, which are very relevant. You're thinking of the things which are not relevant till now. So when Saturn is over the first house, you will get a lot of clarity also, because your thoughts are getting slowing down. So what happens? You are going to be getting a lot of clarity. You're going to be very enthusiastic. You'll be very receptive to people. You're going to be understanding things. There is a lot of gravity in you now because of this Saturn over your first house. So this is going to be a very positive one, and this is going to be giving you that kind of dedication and a lot of inclination to make money out of money, to make people happy, to also do for others. You're going to be more charitable. You're going to be doing for things which are going to lead to enhance your own self as a human, how you can improvise. As it is second house has Venus and Jupiter, so you're going to be getting involved into too much of mantra chanting. Also, you're going to be involved in religious ceremonies, activities. You're going to be meeting your own family members. You're going to be receptive to understanding people now. This is the time you should. I think this is the time God is giving you that chance to understand. And you're going to be having a lot of religious approach towards. Now your perspective is changing with Rahu Ketu axis changing. Remember, major shifts happen. You are going to be understanding the karma. Now is the time you will be understanding that karma, with Saturn also over your first house. So Saturn is looking at this Rahu in the third house. So how you communicate with people now is going to change. Your perspective is going to change. You're going to be having that serious approach. Don't worry, things are getting a little better only. Okay. If at all, somebody asked me about the mother, how the mother is, how the father's health is, because Ketu is transiting over the ninth house. So you see, you have to do certain religious activities now. You should be more involved in the religious practices, because it's the Ketu in the ninth house, ritualistic. You have to follow those traditions. Take care of your father's health, undoubtedly, because this is the ninth house of father, and it is the sixth from your mother's house, that is the fourth house. So this will lead to some health issues to your parents, so take care. In Rahu Ketu axis, as it is the ninth and the third houses, you might just get detached with your siblings. They are going to be going off, or maybe they're going to be going overseas. That is also quite likely. Also, third house malefics or the Papa Grahas do well. Remember, 3, 6, 10, 11 houses, Akshaya houses, they do well. So when Rahu is, Sun is, they're there, and there's an eclipse also happening in your third house. So this will lead to some confidence level that increases. You will not be like, that giving in attitude. Okay, let me just, let it be, let it flow with the flow. Let's just move on. All those things, will vanish suddenly. You will find that now I have to change myself. The attitude has to change, because you're going to be understanding others also, what they are saying. There are certain people who are misusing your gullible nature of yours. So now you will get that clarity. Suddenly you will realize that the smoke around you is getting cleared. It's getting cleared up. That clutter that was there around you is getting cleared up, because it's the third house zone. Third house zone is getting heavily active for you. So is the ninth house, of course, with Moon and Ketu combination. You have to do one thing. Before sleeping on the 15th, just keep some, a kg or 2 kgs of rice, or, sugar, or something in red lentils also can do. Either or, you can keep this by your bedside in the night and donate it in the next morning. Do that. You have an eclipse. When I'm making this video, we're heading to an eclipse also, a solar eclipse on the 30th. So on the 29th, you can keep, and on the 30th, you can donate, or you can keep it on the 30th and first you can donate. In fact, you can keep it on the 16th night and you can donate it on the 17th morning. Also, that is also not bad. That's also is permissible. So do that. And for you, you should actually be donating off and on till the time Ketu is in your ninth house. You should be donating something in whites. Okay. There's a friend of mine I'm getting reminded of. If she's listening to this video, please follow the advice. I'm traveling, so I'm not able to help you out with your query. So please forgive me. Her name starts with S. Okay. So I hope she hears me out and she listens to this video and follows the advice. And I know parents' health is very much under concern. So please take care. And Mercury is going to go retrograde also, being the eighth lord getting retrograde. So you have to take care of your health also. And don't make any major decisions. It's applicable to one and all. Don't make any major decisions related to travels, related to job change. You might get frustrated, but do not leave the job right now. Okay. Mars is also going to be leaving this zone, first house. So you're very agitated. Don't lose your cool. You're losing cool on your own people. It's not worth it. Okay. Take care. Coming to the dates. Now I have to give you the dates. Okay. Let me think of the dates. Libra. Okay. Okay, so from the 1st till the 6th, from the 1st till the 6th is the time when you can have some communication gap with your family members. So do not at any cost pick up any kind of arguments during this time. It's a good time for investments. You'll make money out of money. Change of job is also quite likely. In case you have any kind of inheritances, litigation, they will get resolved as well. 7th till the 14th. Now, this is the time when you can have a lot of 7th till the 14th, you can have communication, maybe some short journeys. That is also quite possible. Or you can be deviating from the right path. Maybe you're traveling, you change the path, or maybe, you take a shorter route and then you regret. So it is applicable in your life also. You might be investing somewhere, but you suddenly change your mind and you invested somewhere else. So that can also happen. So be careful about this from 7th to the 14th. And 7th to the 14th, you have to take care of your speech also. Your communications can go a little harsh. 15th to the 20th is a time when you can make right kind of choices related to your financials, investments. But paperwork can folly. So make sure that you take care of your paperwork. Be more meticulous. 21st till the 27th is the time when you can have some confusion with the people around you in communication. You can go harsh in speech also. There can be that you are making decisions related to your investments very seriously now. Okay, so you should be doing that, but must remember that change of job, if you make any kind of changes, that might just be the reversal. You will not be that satisfied. When you join in a retrograde, you should be very careful when you're changing jobs. Saturn retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, you should avoid. 28th to the 31st is the time when you can travel also, and some investment plans also coming your way. Okay. Okay. So what about your education? Yeah, you can start your education before the 10th of May in case you have to join some courses or something. You can do that. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Somebody is eagerly waiting for Pisces, I think. Okay. I'll just listen to you all because I'm getting a lot of questions. I'll just go through the questions also. Don't worry. I'll answer all your questions. Okay. Pisces. So Pisces natives, best transit for you after 12 years. Why? Because Jupiter has come to your first house. Jupiter comes to its own spot after 12 years. Saturn comes after 29 years. Rahu Ketu after 18 years, the same spot. Inverse return is there, Ketu over Rahu, Rahu over Ketu after 9 years. So this is something very important which is happening this year, So we are having many changes. And you have Jupiter over your first house. Whatever you want to do, make the best use of, I would say, related to your investments, related to your finance, related to your children, related to your spiritual growth also. So this will definitely enhance all these areas. Till the time Jupiter is in the first house, marriage, any kind of ceremonies at home, if you want to go for homam or any kind of visiting of shrines or religious places, all that is visible and evident during this Jupiter's transit in the first house. Venus is also going to be here. Venus minus lust is Jupiter. Venus in Jupiter's sign is Jupiter. Venus in retrogression is Jupiter. So you can imagine how this Venus is so important and is double the Jupiter. So don't fall prey to your ego clashes with people. Jupiter is ego. Jupiter is guru. Guru doesn't like to work the way we all, in the worldly life. They want to impart their knowledge, and they want respect in turn. So we must actually pay attention to this Jupiter, double the Jupiter when it is over the first house. Pay attention to your thought process, because you may be tested. Now, this is the time when you'll be tested that, okay, is this person having that composure or not? So make sure that you do not get carried away because of your false ego, false prestige. Okay. Mercury is going to go retrograde. Venus is going to be changing signs after the 23rd. Mars is going to be changing signs coming out of your 12th house. You must be having some problems in the feet region, pains, body pains, bones. All that must be happening with Saturn and Mars combination from, the Capricorn sign, and then now in the 12th house of yours. So take care of your sleep. In case you are planning for growth, so this will give you enhancement from all the spheres of life right now. But at the same time, there is a lot of confusion due to your own words, because you are having Rahu in the second house. Rahu in the second house makes one cook up stories, lies, or maybe you're asked something and you change immediately your path. You're not going to be saying it straight. So that happens when Rahu is in the second house. You deviate, basically. Rahu is what? Zigzag, snake. So whatever I have seen with Rahu in the second house, I'm sharing with you. And make sure that you do not tell lies. That is, Jupiter is also in the first house. In case telling lies is something which is nowadays very essential part of it. People say that it's essential. So that's an alibi, though. We all take that. If it is helping others, why not? But you should not cook up stories. Be more honest. Be more receptive to people's, way of thinking, rather than opposing them. Okay. And also we have Ketu in the 8th house. So take care of your health. When you're driving, take care. And also, we have the planets in the first half, in the top half. So this is also going to be leading to some changes in your life right now, related to your investments, related to your travels. Expenses are going to increase. So you must take care of your health. Follow that fitness regime. There's an eclipse which is happening also in this axis. So this is going to be leading to some kind of detaching energies. You're going to be actually starting something new, some new projects on cards. So you might just make major decisions after the eclipse gets over. Okay, so it is because Rahu is there in your second house. So right now, if you make any decisions, is double the impact of Rahu energy, and it is going to lead to some kind of complications in your financials and investments. Maybe with your family members, you can have some complications and confusion, and they will just not be receptive to it. Nobody supports, Rahu is there, so it is like lack of support. You don't get that kind of support. And also, Mercury is transiting your second house, short journeys on cards, travels. I'm going to be giving you the dates, so make a note of the dates also. And see, Jupiter is going to be in the Leo Navmansha, and then will be transiting through your Virgo Navmansha. Leo Navmansha might give you some kind of confused state of mind. It's going to be there till the 16th of May, though. It can lead to some complications in your relationships also. It's an expansive energy after all. Though you are very creative, you're very understanding, you're trying to be more humanitarian, you're helpful. Pisces is an inherently a very pious sign. It is like mostly I've seen people are very good at donations. They're very large-hearted at donations. So that is something which is of course not going to be there from the 20 till the 16th of May. After that, you are going to be more receptive to people's ideas, more receptive to what people want, how you are going to be understanding them. All that can get figured out with Jupiter in the Virgo Navmansha. So Virgo natives are also going to be feeling good, and so are you. Your bonding is going to get very strong. So that's something which is going to happen during this month. And for investments, you should avoid, I would suggest, from the 21st till the 27th, avoid investments in travels if you can. Before that, yes, you can do that. 15th to the 20th, good time. 7th to the 7th to the 14th, also not bad, but you might just lose some money during this time. So make sure that you have good amount of savings. So save the money rather than going in for investments. Okay. First week is as it is not bad, because you're going to be doing some making some major decisions during this time for sure. Okay. So this is what is, and you should be actually doing the eclipse remedy, just keep some whites, rice, sugar on the night of the eclipse and donate the next morning. Donate it to the people you feel they require more than us. So, or maybe they cannot afford. Okay. So they are, I don't want to use that word poor, but yeah, there are people who are, underprivileged. So we should help them, we should just support them. So whatever, you can do, you should be doing in your own capacity. Okay. So coming to the question answers. So let me just see. Okay. Let me see the questions and then I'll let you know the answers. Okay. 1 sec. Okay. So let me start from the beginning. Thanks for the prediction. It's always positive to see you. Thank you so much, everyone. Taurus. Okay. Festival discount is only around Diwali time. That is every year. Gemini romantic. You want to know Gemini? Did I give you the prediction for romance? Gemini native, see, you have Ketu transiting your 5th house. You must understand that there is a complication with the 6th house, 5th house transit. You feel detached. In case there is, there can be some complications in relationship with Rahu in the 11th house as it is. Confusion with your friend circle you move around in also you can have. So be careful, I think, when you're taking decisions related to your love and relationship. Foreign travel last week of May, for what? For who? You have to mention, no? You have not mentioned for which sign. Gemini ascendant, yes. Gemini ascendant, Sindhu SVSR. Irritated at work because there is a ego clashes. Because of the ego clashes you are having this problem, Gemini natives. Somebody is asking, there was already a massive shift in April with Rahu Ketu. Yes, awaiting the positive energies. The transit of Saturn into Aquarius draws my interest. Joseph is asking, yeah, see, this is for which sign you're talking of. Any which ways, Saturn is coming out of the zone of its own zone, where when Saturn transited through Capricorn after 30 years, it made us also go and sit at home, right? It was at home, it was comfortable. He wanted us to learn our lessons, and we were all confined to our place. So that is something which was because of this Saturn. So the major shift which is happening is because of this Saturn transiting through the Aquarius sign. It is going to be giving some relief to Gemini natives. It is going to be not that great for Cancer natives because the 8th house transit. So you have to take care of your health. So it cannot be good or bad for everybody. There has to be some difference that you will be feeling already. If you have a particular sign, you will be feeling the result related to that zone. So we all are actually, maybe if you ask me about Sadisati. So people who were having the Saraswati Sagittarius natives, they're going to be getting that relief now because their Saraswati is going to get over. But for Capricorn natives, for Aquarius natives, for Pisces natives, this is going to be, and for Aquarius natives especially, they're going to be having this Saraswati peak for moon, especially for the moon who if you have in Capricorn or Aquarius or in Pisces. So this is going to be making a lot of difference. And if at all you have already got Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, so this is Saturn return. So for you, this is the double the impact because you're going to be heading to some major shifts, major changes. Whenever there is Saturn return, you will see that either you get married or there is some problem in the relationship or it's a childbirth, something major does happen or a major job change happens. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Medical procedure or maybe, but you have to mention your sign. Abhishek Thakur is asking, ma'am, Libra ascendant, Virgo Rashi, I faced a breakup and still waiting for my ex. Will she come back? For Libra ascendant, 1 second. Ex come back. Yeah, quite likely. Quite likely for Libra. But Mercury is going to go retrograde, being the 8th lord. So that can be delayed also. If she comes back in Mercury retrograde, she will go again. Okay. Can you tell about Leo? Pisces marriage will be okay. Other astrologers are saying May 22nd will be very bad. What is on May 22nd? There is nothing like very good or very bad. Akshaya Tritiya people, I'm hearing other astrologers talking such big things about Akshaya Tritiya, and we must pick and choose the Muhurta, auspicious time. We cannot ignore any kind of Muhurta, but yes, it is a good day. Sun is exalted, but Sun is part of the eclipse. How can Sun be good? Sun is exalted undoubtedly, but it is not giving that kind of good results because of the eclipse zone. Okay, so we have to consider all the parameters, all the things. We cannot just study a particular event or particular festival in seclusion, a particular event. So suppose you are a Leo rising, so Leo rising marriage will be okay. So Saturn is going to be transiting your 7th house. So there will be the partner will become very serious. Suddenly there will be some detaching energies involved. Because as it is, for Cancer and Leo natives, the opposite sign, the detrimental sign is ruled by Saturn. So double the impact of Saturn is coming your way. So for Leo natives, there can be complications in married life. Okay. I have no idea what is on the 22nd right now. My mind is not working. So suggest me a gemstone for career wealth. Not like that. Please tell me. Gemini, Moon, Scorpio. Aman Arora is asking, ma'am, I'm a Gemini Moon. Okay. I'm a Gemini Moon and Scorpio Ascendant. Okay. But my hair is in ache like hell. Hair means ear, is it? So you are a Gemini Moon. Okay. So physical ailment we have to see from Scorpio Ascendant. Okay. So for Scorpio, actually it is because your Ketu is in the 12th house. Eyesight and ear troubles can happen. 3rd house and 11th house are ears, and 2nd and the 12th house are eyes. So if you are having some kind of complication, it's because you have your Mercury is turning retrograde. That is also a reason, one of the reasons, and your Saturn is in the Saturn is going to be leaving the 3rd house. You will feel better once Saturn comes to your 4th house. Okay. For Scorpio natives. Leo again is asking about relationship. As I said, that Saturn is transiting the 7th house from this month. So it can give you some problems in marriage. Unmasking is asking, traveling to India on the 1st of June, will it be good or not? 1st June is next month, no? You have not mentioned what is your ascendant. How can I give the answer like that? As it is, these are so general predictions. Oh, thank you so much, Janessa. Anyways, let's wrap up. Thank you so much, because others will be waiting to watch this video. So let me just finish it all. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and stay blessed. Have a great month ahead. And I'm also on a journey. So I hope everything goes well in my life. Also, pray for me and my family. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.